Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, Sprinkle Sprinkle. We're in my office again today. So I know we're on early, but I do have an appointment to get to, so definitely gotta go live a little bit earlier. But tomorrow I might be on live as well for a longer period of time. So that'll be good, like I normally do. So how are y'all this morning? Sprinkle Sprinkle, everyone. Good morning. Everybody got their coffee? All right, y'all. What are we going to talk about today? Are women no longer that emotional? Seems so. Women who learn to control their emotions and get the bag and focus on what they're doing and their goals in their lives are much happier, and they also don't expect as much, but will accept what their standards, tell. So I feel like a lot of men are upset because women are not as emotional anymore. It's harder to get them to react. It's harder to get them to empathize with them. It's harder to get them to fall for them or whatnot. And it should be, because, when you are trying to get a woman's attention, you have to literally get her attention. You got to make sure she feels good, she feels happy, she feels safe, she feels financially secured. And then, she may start to have some sort of feelings or emotional attachment to you. But there is no need, let me repeat, there is zero needs for you to become emotionally attached to someone who does not meet your standards, who does not have what it takes to be a provider. There is no need to get emotionally attached to a man who is not able to do what you need him to do. Okay? That's it. It is your choice, ladies. If you get emotionally attached to someone who's doing nothing for you, it is your choice. So remember that. More women these days are not allowing an emotional attachment with certain men because they don't deserve it. Okay? A lot of women have become emotionally attached to some men even though they didn't deserve it, and now they can't figure out what to do because they're emotionally connected. No. If that man is not as emotionally connected to you, then it's not real. It's a one-sided. So therefore, what you got to do, emotionally connect with yourself. If you have kids, connect with your kids emotionally, but don't connect with people that don't deserve it. If they don't deserve it, they don't get it. Simple as that. It is not something that is free. It's not something that's given freely. It's something that's earned. Okay? A man has to earn that part. Okay? Because people seem to feel like their emotions and their feelings get hurt and they want to do all these kind of crazy things, and they can't let go because they feel like, oh my gosh, this thing happened. That's because you had those emotional feelings when you should not have. And I tell most women, do not get emotionally attached to someone who cannot reach all of your standards and make you feel the way that you need to feel. Okay? Don't do it. It's not going to help you in any way. Now, and y'all are asking me, should I block them? Should I do this? Should I do that? If that's going to help you, then do all you got to do. If you're strong enough not to need to block anyone, but if you can ignore and just delete, because sometimes you might need something and you might want something, and at any time you go back and forth. But if you want to cut all ties, that's definitely okay. But I do feel like if you know yourself as a woman and you know that you have to block, then block and delete. You can always unblock. Okay. So that's what a lot of people have been noticing. Like, I've seen a lot of reels and TikToks that's like, these women out here aren't the same anymore. They don't care. You know, you have an argument with them, or you have a fight with them, and the next thing you know, they're on a plane to Bali doing A, B, C, and D, and starting a new career and got 5 degrees. Have y'all seen that one? It's true, because like, women don't allow men to control anything anymore. Like, either you're here because we're the prize, or you go somewhere else and let someone else, reach those standards. Because like, a lot of women have changed their mentality. And I like to think it's because of me. But a lot of women have changed their mentality when it comes to dating and when it comes to choosing partners, because they will not settle for less. They just won't. There's too much in this world right now for you to be settling for less. There's too many opportunities in this world. There's too much money in this world. There's too much success in this world for you to be settling for the least. Oh, Savannah G, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're living with your baby daddy who won't get a better job to provide for y'all. Okay, he hadn't proposed. And it had been 3 years. What to do? Well, you know what to do, ma'am. You know the answer. Either stay and keep waiting for something that may never happen, or you know what you got to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What would y'all do? Comments. Y'all help her out. What would y'all do? Because I know what I do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So, thank you. Someone says they like my eyeliner today. Yeah, thank you. So, gather your emotions and do what you got to do, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. All right. If you are getting into a new relationship, ladies, remember, they got to like you 10 times more. 10. Not 5, not 6, not 7, but 10. 10 times more. Oh, y'all are going to learn. Let me tell y'all, if a man likes you 10 times more, they're not going to care if you respond to them emotionally or not for a while. They're not going to care if you don't respond to certain things for a while, because they like you that much. So they're more patient with you. They're more able to reach your standards. They're going to do what it takes because they like you that much. But a man who only likes you like this much, or maybe two times as much, he's going to give it a try for a second. And if he feels like it's not getting anywhere soon, then he's on to the next. But he did like you. And if he sees you again, he might talk to you. He might call you. He might ghost you and then come back a couple of weeks later and say, hey, what are you doing, to see if his absence has made you grow fonder. But if it hasn't, then, dismiss. But men have to like you 10 times more for you to truly be in a happy relationship. Okay. Or in a beneficial relationship. Think about it. If they don't, then what are you doing? They have to light up when you walk in the room. They have to smile with your presence. They have to get giddy like a schoolboy when they see you or when they talk to you. You know what I'm saying? It can't be any other way. If they're not like that, I don't want it. Okay? You said, what if he hates you? Then go find someone who likes you 10 times more. The information don't change, ma'am. Whether if somebody don't like you or not, there's always somebody out there that's gonna like you 10 times more. Always. Okay. Thank you. So you got to level up for yourself before finding someone to provide for me. Yes, you got to put in that work, man. I put in a lot of work on myself when I was younger. When I was younger than this, and then when I was a little younger, and then when I was a little younger, like up until now, I've been putting in work every day. You know, I never stop. I keep going. I may, do this. I may do that. My weight may fluctuate, but I'm still going to be leveling up in some form or fashion. Okay. So just keep going no matter what for yourself, not for other people, but literally for yourself, because people treat you how you treat yourself. When you do stuff for other people, you seek validation from other people. When you do stuff for yourself, people seek you out because they like that. They like that you love yourself. They like that you're a priority to yourself. But people can tell when you're doing stuff for them, you know? So do it for you. Do it for you. Don't get all emotional about someone if they're not paying any bills, if they're not doing the most, if they're not making you happy, if they don't like you 10 times more. Don't give them no time of day. You know, get what you need, get in and get out. Because a lot of people don't realize this. It's a waste of time and energy to emotionally connect to someone that's not doing the most for you. Okay. I know a lot of people say, oh, that's harsh. That's not right. You know, it's harsh when that person shows you who they really are. And then you're still emotionally connected. No, stay emotionally unconnected and you can go and come and go as you please with ease. That's the best thing you can do. Because a lot of people keep asking me in these comments, what do you do? Somebody wrote me on one of my last lives about they got a dusty and they don't know how to leave because they're emotionally attached. You emotionally attached to dust, man? Okay. You said if you're emotionally attached to dust, then think about all the other options out there just waiting for you to unattach from dust. Just waiting patiently. Oh, Louisa, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. You're literally someone's dream woman. You're literally someone's dream woman. So think about that. How someone is out there waiting to do the most for you, who likes you 10 times more. Imagine that. Okay. Thank you. You said multiple men's dream woman. Exactly. And you got your choice and your options, man. Correct. Yes. Eh, eh, eh. Oh, I'm sorry, Aphrodite. Your order. Yeah, I got to take that to the post place. I had to postpone that for a second because I lost the paper with your information on it. So I'm going to put it in my phone. I know, I know you said it was 1H, right? Or IH or 1H, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to put it in my notes. I'm sorry. Is it 1H, girl? Just put it in the comments so I know. And I can take it tomorrow. I promise. I'm gonna have it tomorrow. I will definitely update you tomorrow. Try to send you the shipping number. Because see what happened when you didn't put the correct address on there, or when it was left out. Now I have to pay for that extra shipping to ship out to you. So I have to pay Now I have to pay for that shipping, unless you would like to pay for it. So either way, it doesn't matter. I got it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, I got it in my phone now. But if that's not correct, then correct it. In the comments. Dusties only want to sleep with you and trick you into staying with them. Girl, do a Dusty got some, you mean to staying with them as in a couple, or, because I know they might not have their own place. So she might not have shelter, but he might be looking for shelter. But on the other hand, dismiss all dust. Don't entertain dust. We already know that. Women are no longer emotional. That means a Dusty can't get to your emotional side. They can't appeal to you in any other way unless they are providers or can benefit you in some way that is tangible. You know what I'm saying? If these Dusties aren't benefiting you in any way, then you shouldn't even be dealing with them. It's a waste of your time. You're literally like going backwards. So you shouldn't do it. Okay. Sorry, I had to answer a text message. You said you hate being emotional. It does not serve you at all. Exactly. You said men want a fantasy. Dusty's only, yeah. You got away from your abusive relationship 3 years ago and still having a hard time getting into any dating advice. You're 27 and you feel like you wasted your 20s. Okay. You're 27. So like what are you focused on? Like what do you want? You have to make a goal. Dating is the same thing as goal in business, okay? Your dating life has to make sense on paper. All right? You got to have a clear and distinct direction that you're wanting to go when you date. Or do you want a social climb? Do you want to date someone rich? Okay? You got to decide these things because it's going to determine where you're going, what you're dressing like, what you're looking like, what circles you're going to run in, what type of new friends or associates that you're going to make. Okay? This is all how you have to think. It is strategy, not emotional. You're not going to meet someone and sparks are going to fly. You're going to strategically put yourself in a position to meet the type of person that you want that's going to give you the lifestyle that you want so that you can live accordingly. You're going to pre-plan, you're going to create the life that you want. You're not going to accept what walks in your path if that's not what's beneficial to you, okay? So when I tell y'all this is what I really mean. You got to strategically date. You cannot date all willy-nilly, okay? So write that down because that's the truth. You got to know what you're doing from the start. If you don't, then start writing it down right now what you want and only entertain what's on that list, okay? Thank you, Kira. Oh, wait, that's old. Hold on. Somebody sent me a nice Cash App and I appreciate that. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I do like my new phone. It's literally the same as the other one, except there's a picture button on the side and a silence button. It was like, if there's other features, I really don't use them. Thank you, Chantel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Chantel writes on my Cash App. For 7 months, a Dusty left you rent due. You're 27. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. Where's your backup, ma'am? You always need a backup. But see, a lot of people that date Dusties, they don't want a backup because they're already dating broke, and so they don't understand the value of a backup. You always need a backup, man. You always need a backup. You don't need to be dating a Dusty with no backup, especially. You don't need to be dating a Dusty, period. So it's a good thing you're gone. Level up and go get you somebody that has way more and can do way more for you. It is very possible. It is a numbers game. You got to get out there. You got to get to the rich side of town, and you got to be out there during the right time, which is the AM during the weekdays. And you got to be consistent. Okay. It is literally a goal. It is literally something that you have to put effort into so that you can get to exactly where you're trying to go. Does crying really help to manipulate long term? It depends. Do you look cute when you cry? Why are you crying? Are you crying because feelings are hurt, because you want something, because you're trying to make them feel guilty? Why are you crying? It depends on why. It helps if the reasoning is correct. Okay. You said your husband is stonewalling you kindly. I don't even know what that is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Were they building a wall? I don't know what that means. Oh, yes. Thesis, sprinkle, sprinkle. Tips for girls growing up to become women. You want to teach your daughter. She deserves the best. She isn't at the age, of course, to find men. Okay. Well, you should always teach her that from the start, that she deserves the best from everyone, not just men, but everyone. Okay. So if you have anyone that you need to teach that's a little bit younger, just to let them know that they deserve the best treatment, the best this and respect from everyone, including themselves. Okay. Or the best, treat themselves how they want other people to treat them. Thank you, Louisa. Sure, you appreciate your wisdom. You already do mani, pedi, laser, lashes, cosmetic procedure. You lost 50 pounds, and they do very natural makeup, also level up intellectually, but you told me level up. I genuinely trying to understand. Okay. Well, keep going, ma'am. As long as you keep going and going to the nice sides of town. And what is your definition? You say you wear very natural makeup. What type of man do you want? And do you look like the type of woman that they want? That's how you have to also think about it. Are you the type of woman that the type of man that you're trying to attract actually wants? And I'm not talking about like as far as your personality. I'm talking about everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that too. If the answer is no, then either you need to choose the type of man that you're trying to attract, or you need to change a little bit more about yourself to attract the type of man you're trying to attract. Okay. Thank you, D-Love. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Oh, your husband giving you silent treatment. That's what you mean by stone. Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong button. Women that aren't that emotional don't care about silent treatment. It's just free time to do what she wants without having to deal with talking to someone. Okay, y'all have to understand that. Like, the reason why men give y'all silent treatment is because it emotionally affects y'all. If it doesn't emotionally affect y'all, they won't give you silent treatment. And if they do, you won't even notice, and you'd be unbothered or thankful. Because a lot of times, like women that are overly emotional, they notice every little single thing about what their man is doing to them and they're trying to manipulate them and play games with them emotionally. A woman that does not care and stays unbothered emotionally won't even notice. They'll just continue along what they're doing on their day-to-day and not even blink an eye. Okay? That's how you got to be. If you're going to notice it, if you're going to feel some sort of way about it, that's why they continue to do it. So it's up to you whether you allow yourself to be emotionally pulled in by how they act, or you just go do what you normally do and don't care. Okay? It's like, oh, okay, well, you must be tired today. Maybe you're a little bit sleepy. Well, take some vitamins and I'll see you later. Like, if they're not talking to you, who cares? You busy anyway. All right. No emotions, ma'am. But I gotta go. Let me grab my purse. See you later. Take some vitamins. You seem kind of blah. All right. Yeah, you don't get all emotionally all up in there. You don't care. You only make them think that you care when you want something. All right. You said you can't cry because I'm stoic. What else can I do to manipulate? Fake cry. Fake cry. You said when he wonders why you don't notice him ignoring you, I thought you were on a spiritual journey. Yes. Oh, I thought you were meditating. I'm so sorry. I thought you were fasting and staying in silence for the day. In retrospect, I didn't know. You said Kanye West song Heartless. Well, honestly, men make women this way because it's literally a way for women to deal with them and get what they want without having to emotionally invest in them. You know what I'm saying? And men do this all the time with women. They deal with them to get what they want without emotionally investing with them. And it's time for us to start doing the same thing. We only emotionally invest in those who deserve it. Okay? Just like these men are walking around talking about, well, I only provide for women who are my wife. Okay, well, I only emotionally connect to men who are paying all bills, got my ring on my finger, and doing this, and that. So don't expect an emotional connection from someone these days, guys. It is in your best interest to emotionally disconnect from guys who aren't doing the most for you. That way, when it's over and done with, you're not going to feel some sort of way. You can just move on to the next very easily. A lot of y'all always ask, well, how do you move on to the next so easily? How do you disconnect? How do you not feel this? You never start. If they never earn it, you never start. Y'all be giving away free emotional attachment for men that don't deserve it. And that's why y'all get messed up and stuck. Well, unemotionally attached or emotionally detached, because that's how they are. They're not attached to you. They're attached to what you can bring to them or what you can do for them. They're not attached to you as an individual. Hashir, you need your advice. I left because your husband hasn't been treating you right, and he now saying want to make divorce process smooth. How do you think you should handle this? I think you should do exactly what's most beneficial for you. And whatever that means to you, that's what you need to do, ma'am. Because I can't really tell people what to do. I'm not a lawyer. All I know is live your best life. And hopefully you got someone that has more money than him. And you can make a smooth transition and do what you got to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If he's going to make it easier, then great. More power to you. All right. We need to lead with our heads, not our hearts. Exactly. Because men don't lead with their hearts. They lead with their heads. And not even this head. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you ask your potential provider how much he makes? Because me thinking 100K, men thinking 100K a year is both. Yeah. You should ask him eventually. Like once y'all get close enough for him to want to tell you that. And like, if he's ashamed of it, he knows it's not enough. But if he boldly says it and it's not enough for you, don't crush his spirits like, oh, well, that's good. Then and you know what to do next, ma'am. If whatever is necessary. Okay. I don't think someone else sent me a cash app. Hold on. Let's see. Thank you, Callie. So sweet. Thank you. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. When will you make live videos about first date tips? I think I've already made a lot of videos about that in the past. You just have to look it up on my channel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I might redo one soon, but we'll see. Look good. Don't talk too much. Let him talk about himself. Blah, blah, blah. Same old, same old. Don't make it an interview. Don't go to coffee. Make sure it's a real date. There you go. What do you think about a man who took you out to eat once and started imposing on me not to go out with my friends? I think something is wrong with him and you should laugh at his face or LOL on text. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, oh my gosh, you're so funny. Like, don't even get offended. Just think it's a joke. It's like, oh my gosh, you're so funny. Like when you can't believe what someone is saying and you don't agree with it, but you don't want to like say, oh, well, I don't like you and get all in your emotions. You know, it's like, oh, you're so funny. That's hilarious. Anyway, so what are you doing tomorrow? You know, just brush over it like it's a joke. And hopefully he gets the hint and the clue that you're not putting up with that. And he'd probably say, oh, yeah, I was just kidding. Ha, ha, ha. You know, and if he doesn't say, you know what? I'll stop going out with my friends when I'm married in a big house with lots of cars, with lots of money to spend at my leisure and not having to work. So let me know when you can do that. Okay, you had an argument 3 weeks ago and you haven't spoken to your boyfriend? Oh my gosh, he pays rent and bought you an Audi 2 years ago. He waiting for you to reach out, but I won't. I paid rent this month early money to avoid contacting first. Should I hold out until then? Until when? Okay. If he ain't chasing you, he don't want you, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's not a game. The man got to like you 10 times more. He got to be begging you and chasing you to come back. Otherwise, it's going to repeat over and over. All right? 10 times more. Keep telling y'all. That's the formula. They don't like you 10 times more and they're not chasing, trying to get you back. They don't want you, man. They're trying to flip the script and make themselves the prize. And if they are not the prize, then you should not pursue. Okay? Get another one. Be on to the next. So, you know, when they're looking at you like, oh, well, why didn't you chase me? Why didn't you try? Why didn't you fight for the relationship? Like, you know what? You know, I'm the prize. I don't need to fight for no relationship. People are waiting in line. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? You got to let them know exactly where they stand with you, whether it hurts their feelings or not, because they need to know this. Because what they're going to do is they're going to try to play you. And if you're not really like trying to chase no grown, able-bodied man, they're just literally wasting their time and they're not understanding how you think. So you need to let them know how you think. Like, you know, I really don't have time for this. You're supposed to like me. You're the man you're supposed to pursue. If you don't pursue, I know you don't like me 10 times more. And the problem is just going to repeat. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on. You know, stop wasting time with these dudes. Stop emotionally connecting with them. Stop trying to chase them. They're not the prize. We are the women. We are the prize. If they don't chase, they don't want you. On to the next. Simple as that. Okay? There is no other way around it. Simple as that. If you're not the prize in their eyes anymore, they don't like you 10 times more. If they're not chasing you, someone else is willing to. Okay? Mm-hmm. He said, is it bad that you find material gifts arousing? Lack of a better term. People think it's really superficial. For me, I like that. No, that's a lot of women, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of women are aroused by being gifted or given money because it means that man is a provider and he likes her a lot enough to do those things for her. And in these days, it feels, it's literally princess treatment. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy. So why shouldn't it make you feel that way? Right? Nice gifts. Yes. Okay, Nina, sprinkle, sprinkle. You'll hold out, but his name is on your lease and your car. I'm done with the relationship already. Okay, well, take it off, man. Take it off or move. Either way. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, you got to find a replacement, man. That's why I say don't deal with dust. Only total providers, and make sure you set up with all your money at the same time to where if you don't want them, you don't need them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good luck. Okay, D-Love, sprinkle, sprinkle, told you his family lives with him, has a daughter and works 3 jobs, decided to keep talking to him because it seemed like he wasn't serious. Did I make the right choice? Are you benefiting from this, man? Are bills being paid? Is your life better? That's how you know if you made the right choice. If your life is better, bills are being paid, then perhaps. Oh, thank you, Saida. Saida? Appreciate that. Thank you. Remember, if the relationship is beneficial, and you're getting what you want and able to accomplish the things that you want in your life, then great. If not, then figure out something else. We said, how can you level up from gifts to bill paid? Talk, speak, tell them that you much rather have your bills paid than receive gifts. If they're unwilling to do that because they feel like they fear commitment and they think this is some type of relationship, whatever, just say, just say help with bills and then double whatever the bills are. And when they give you some help, that'll be all help. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your rich boyfriend only takes you to Six Flags for your birthday. He bought you an Adidas backpack. Girl, how old are you? Because you sound like you're very young, if that's all he can do. And is he really rich? What do you think rich is, man? Some people got a whole different definition. Do you have any advice for 27-year-old woman who wants to date rich men in Paris? Go to the rich side of town. I don't know if there's a rich side of town in Paris. Maybe find some foreigners that are visiting there that have money. Go, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I don't live there, so I couldn't tell you. But if I did, I'd sure find them on the nice side of town where everything costs a lot of money. Okay, how long should you until accept a first kiss? Okay, that's all depends on you, ma'am. I don't know how it is in your country or culture. I don't know what that is, but usually people don't kiss on the first date unless they're very attracted to each other and they've probably known each other for a little while. But usually they wait a little while to get to know the person, and if the person likes them a lot more, they're more willing to do things before they get that kiss, like gifts, nice, nice dates, flowers, whatever the woman is needing or wanting. Okay, you were abstinent. Okay, P. Rose says she's absent for 2 years. Guy's friend is in a pharmacy school. Why he say he want to marry me after I'm going back to school? I'm tired of dating. When men casually talk about marriage, they're joking. You know what I'm saying? When men casually talk about marriage, they're joking. Just understand that. Or they're looking at themselves saying, I need a Barbara the Builder, or I need someone to hurry up and get married to because all my other friends are getting married. Or it's kind of a compliment saying you're the wife material, only because you're going to be able to contribute because they want a 50-50 chick. So don't take it as a compliment if that's not the type of man you want. It's not really a compliment. You're just like, okay, well, you could just say, well, as a wife, I wouldn't, be doing this because my husband would be rich enough to say, well, you don't have to do that if you don't. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you're surrounded by dusties on Venice Beach. Should you look towards the ground? Yes, ma'am. Don't even make no eye contact, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hold on a second. Somebody's asking me a question. All right. What is a dusty girl? If somebody broke and wants something from you as a grown man. A grown man who's broke is still trying to date and has no business dating. Nothing to offer. That's what a dusty is, ma'am. You're okay, so you're a nurse, you're single, you like a provider man, but there are not many options to choose from where you are located. Do you suggest relocation to a different state? Okay, what about all the surgeons at your hospital? Do you work at a hospital, ma'am? What about all those surgeons, those plastic surgeons, those doctors, those, what about all of them, baby? You're in a medical industry. Why can't you go get a doctor or somebody that has a lot of money, an older one? I mean, that's what you're surrounded by all day. Why can't you go get one of them? You said they're all married. That don't mean nothing. They could get divorced at any time. Or they can introduce you to their single friends or something. You said, why do single men in your Bible study ignore the single women there? Because they all know they're desperate for marriage, ma'am. That's why. If any woman go into a single women's thing, they're desperate for marriage. And men aren't, unless they're old and trying to hurry up and not die alone. So most women are desperate for marriage when they go into these singles groups. And their age will give it away every time. That's why you shouldn't go into single groups. Because it's just very desperate looking. I mean, you can for fun, but the men aren't going to take you as seriously because they know that you're just trying to get married. Okay, so be careful. Someone says a lot of them are married. You said switch to traveling nurse. You'll have a different option every week. Okay, sprinkle. That's a good idea. You live with your boyfriend. He was broke mentally. Buys food, gets shopping sprees as well, but no allowance, and spend 1K on me. It's like Christmas gift worthy to him. Should I leave now or when I find a new one? Well, replace. Don't give up something now until you can replace it with better, man. It's like a job or a car. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you already know you can replace it with no problems, then go ahead and go now. Thank you, Miley. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Dang, she was looking like a 2000s video vixen. Thank you, girl. What age do men want to marry when they're old and can't get it for free anymore? Sprinkle, sprinkle. When women start asking them for more than they used to ask. Then they're like, wait a minute, I should get married. So I don't have to pay for this anymore. When women start treating them like the men that they used to call simps and laugh at. That's when, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When all their options start running out and charging. That's when they start thinking about marriage. When every date they go on, their girl that they've chosen to go out with has financial issues. You know, those men that said, oh, I've been used before and I'm not a sugar daddy, so don't expect that. Those are the men that's almost ready for marriage. Just give them a couple of more months to a year. They'll be ready to marry or remarry if they've already divorced, because they're going to be sick and tired of women saying, you know what, you're not the man you think you are, and you got to, you know. When they stop getting stuff for free, and they realize they can't have the type of women they want anymore without contributing financially a lot, then they try to find a wife so they don't have to keep going through the motions with all these other ladies. They're usually older. You said they be crazy, and then when they're 50, realize exactly when people start expecting more out of them than they're willing to give. It's like they might as well be married. All these women demanding stuff of them. They're like, dang, I might as well be married. All this woman gonna demand everything. So who cares if a man is emotionally connected? Exactly. Nobody cares. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, I always suggest if you have an older man and you have kids, to date them outside of the house. Like people don't need to meet nobody. You know, they're dating you. That's it. Keep everything separate. All right. You said everyone prefers younger women. Well, you know what? You said not just men. Well, it's a good thing that there's all this good technology and medical advances out now to where everybody can look young if they want to. And this is how you know that men want young thinking women, because there's so much stuff out there now to where a 45-year-old or a 55-year-old can look younger than a 20-year-old now. But they don't think the same. They want more. So you take a 20-year-old and let's just say someone who's, you know, who looks good for their age, and you can't tell the difference. The man will choose a 20-year-old because he's easily able to manipulate her and expect her to want less. But the woman that looks almost the same age and looks just as good, who knows the game, he won't want to deal with because he can't impress her. So they'll always choose the women they can most easily impress, which will work in a young woman's favor. So young ladies, expect more, okay? Expect more. So expect bill pay. Expect a lot of things. Don't go out like just expecting the least. So make them pay those bills. Make them put that car down payment. Make them put that car in your name, you know? Don't settle for less, because remember, they're only not dating women their own age because they can't impress them financially or mentally. So use your advantage, ladies, when you're young, and get all that you can get. I promise you, you will reap the benefits. I always suggest women, young or old, get the most out of any man that they're dealing with, period. I'm glad these younger women are out here demanding more, because that's why I'm here. I want these younger women out here to get the bag instead of getting emotionally attached to some dust. I'd rather you have a bag than some dust, man. I'd rather you be dealing with an older man who can't impress a 45-year-old with, you know, vacations, shopping sprees, and new houses. At least you'd be getting some bills paid and at least a couple of car notes and, you know, maybe a Forever 21 shop spree. At least you're getting something out of it. All right. Something that they can afford, something that's in their price range. Okay. If you can get someone way richer that has more power to you, because a lot of these men cannot deal with women their age because literally they're mentally 10 years younger than them. and they're not ambitious enough for women their own age. Or they've been divorced from women their own age who cannot deal with them not maturing or leveling up fast enough for them. So go younger men who can't afford older women. Yes. But remember, younger women are watching this channel as well. So they're going to ask you for more. So you better be able to give it to them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said men think that they can impress you easily because you're young. That's why the most of the time they don't spend money on you. I'm 20 and that happens all the time. Yeah, you need to tell them from the start, look, I'm young. I'm not wasting my time with someone who's not a provider. Either you providing or you go try someone else who's dumb enough to manipulate. But it ain't going to be me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you need to tell them. Thank you, Hannah. Version exactly what? Okay, you slept with some dude who was kind of your friend. It was casual, but now I like him. I wanted to play hard to get, but okay. A few times it's too late to get closer, or how should I proceed? Well, if he's not chasing you, ma'am, he don't want you. That's how you should proceed. Like women who get emotionally attached to men, remember this. Even if it's your first person that you've ever been with, allow them to chase. Okay? If you're not there first, they're probably not going to chase because they know the deal. They know the deal. They know that you're going to be emotionally attached to them and they're not going to be able to reciprocate the feelings the way that you want them to. So if that guy really likes you and he wants you, he will let you know. Other than that, you need to focus on something else and not become pick-me-sha over this dude. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find a hobby. Find something to do. Do not go pick-me-sha over this man. Okay? There's going to be plenty of more guys in the future who are going to like you 10 times more if he is not the one. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said broke men in the chat trying to convince beauties to lower their standards. Of course. That's like when you work somewhere and your friend tries to get the discount. Okay? Because they can't really afford to shop there. Okay. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle, Milas. Thanks for being a member. Show you how to deal with a rich miser man never likes to spend. Get you another man that likes to spend. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why waste time with that? Why make that your job and your duty to try to get him to spend? He gonna spend if he like you and if he wants to. If he don't, then get another one who does. We're not wasting time no more, man. Why sit there and think about something that is not beneficial? Go and get something else that is beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not worth it to sit there and ponder and waste your time trying to get somebody who's not going to do something. Go get someone else to do it. All right? You know how when you're calling and you're saying, okay, I need this service done. Can you get here today? No, you can't. You hang up, you call another one. I need this service done. Can you get here today? No? Okay, hang up, call another one. Okay, I need this done. Oh, great. You can be here. And yeah, okay, great. Wonderful. See you then. Click. Options. You ain't got options. What do you got? All right. That's why every business has an option for you. One is unavailable. The other one is open. If one don't answer the phone, the other one will. Okay. Keep your options open and you'll never have to worry about them. Men are mad that women are collectively raising our standards. Exactly. They should be mad at themselves. They're not mad at us. They're mad at themselves because they allowed themselves to not get up on the level to reach these standards. And they're mad because now they have to actually level up. And the whole time, women have been leveling up. The whole time that these guys have been sitting there doing nothing, the women have been leveling up. And now the men aren't enough for them anymore. The men have to actually level up now. It's their turn. And if they don't, they get left behind. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The man ain't leveling up, they're going to get left behind. I mean, what kind of woman wants a man who needs instruction on how to be his best self. Okay. Yes. And then you have a lot of men who don't understand that what a woman's value is. And so they'll try to compare themselves to a woman, which is how you already know they're not masculine. When a man starts to compare himself to you as a woman, you already know that's not the one and you need to dismiss. Okay. You could see a lot of in the dusty comments when men start to compare themselves to women. It's a goodbye. Like, okay, so you're comparing yourself to a woman. Wonderful. Okay. Not for me. Uh-huh. Imagine a man aiming to be like comparing himself to a woman. Yes, not a good look. Not a good look. What if a guy were delusional enough to say no to any woman who wasn't a Victoria's Secret model? Then he would be a normal man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He would be a normal man who think he had money, but really didn't have enough money. And most of the women that he would pass up would probably not want him anyway. If a man could say that they want a Victoria's Secret model, they should be able to have the money to back that up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And what makes you think a Victoria's Secret model would want every man? Women aren't as desperate as men are for certain things. So they can hold out a lot longer and they also have more options. So it's very different. So when you compare a Victoria's Secret model to an old billionaire or an old millionaire, it's not the same. Okay? Because a Victoria's Secret model may not want a 65-year-old billionaire, but a 45-year-old regular chick, she might, and he might want her. Why? Because the Victoria's Secret model don't want him. She might want someone in the entertainment business. She may want an entertainer. She may want a rapper. She's young. She could have a billionaire later when she's old. You get it? It's not the same for us. Never was. So a Victoria's Secret model could go date the rock stars, the rappers, the owners of whatever, all throughout their youth. They can marry one. Then maybe when they get a little bit older, they can go marry that billionaire who always had a crush on them when they were a Victoria's Secret model. You don't know. It's not the same for y'all. Very different. And once y'all start to realize that, that's when it's too late. When y'all don't have as many options. Mm-hmm. These dusties are always getting trapped by the wealthy men. Getting topped by the wealthy men. Exactly. The best thing I can tell men is to focus on money. Not women. When you have enough money, the women will just be around you. You won't even have to go any farther. They'll just find you. They'll just be sitting right there. One over there, one over there. You won't have to do nothing. Just get money. I promise you. They're gonna put themselves in your environment if you're in a rich environment. If you got money, you ain't got to go nowhere. You don't got to deter from your everyday schedule. There'll just be women in your path if you focus on getting money. Okay. But if you keep focusing on women and what they're doing and comparing yourself to them, you're not making money. So they're not going to be on your path. And you're going to have to constantly compare yourself to them because you're not becoming more ambitious than them, or you're not doing the most to impress them anymore. Now you're sitting there just complaining and getting mad. So what's happening is you're getting distracted from your goals, which should be success. Okay. Because that's what women are attracted to. Success and power. If you don't have any of those things, you're not going to want, you're not going to be able to attract the type of woman you want anyway. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, wise goddess. Some men say that they are the prize too and can't chase. I'm sorry, goodbye to that. Well, those men are in their feminine era, and let them stay there. Okay? Not for us. There are plenty of pygmies that will chase them. Let them pygmies chase, man. Those aren't, they not like us. Okay? That's for Pygmisha, not us. You said you're going to start telling guys they're in their feminine era. Yeah. As a mom says, no man ever the prize. They are. You know what? When a man starts to think he's the prize, it's because Pygmisha has made him think that. Okay? So he's only a prize to Pygmisha. Only a prize to desperate women. That's the only person he's a prize to. So when a man walks around saying he's a prize, you already know the type of woman that he used to date. Pygmisha, Barbara the Builder, and a desperate woman. So they're telling on themselves. When a man says, I'm the prize, you know that they date trash or women with low self-esteem. You already know they can't impress a woman who loves themselves. You already know this. So it's literally a giveaway when a man says, I'm the prize. Okay, so you're used to Pygmisha now. All right, thanks for letting me know. Now I know I have to waste no more time with you. All right. Say, all right then, we'll tell Pygmisha hello for me. And y'all have fun. They get mad when you say that. They get mad because you just put them right back in their place, which they were trying to escape. Back to Dustyville. Well, you and Pygmy should have fun out there and tell her I'm glad she found her prize. Yes. Good luck. Y'all have fun. Like, sir, you only a prize to Pygmy, baby, not us. Y'all have fun over there. Stay over there where you belong. You got to put them right back in their place when they start to act like the prize. Oh, not over here. Okay. Time is it? I got an appointment, darling. Oh, dang, I've been recording myself. By accident. That's hilarious. Hold on. I'm reading somebody's text from Catcher. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said, what are you going to do with all this money? Boo-hoo. I don't know. Spend it on Pygmisha. Take her shopping at Forever 21. Hope your credit card don't max out, sir. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know you think that's a lot of money. Girl. He think he rich. Rich to him is probably broke to us, ma'am. Y'all ever like read the comments of some of these dusties who think they got money and then they say how much they make and then we laugh at them? Like, what? That ain't rich. You silly. Do you know what rich is? Do you know what real money is? Go away. Do you know how real money acts? Go away. Y'all giving yourselves away by how you act, period. We know you broke. Men with money don't act like that. Okay, we know. No need to explain. We already know you broke because you in here and how you acting. All right, he got too much time on his hands. Well, usually men like that go find ways to make multiple streams of income and more money. They don't sit there and harass women that they can't afford. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They don't harass women they can't afford and not even put no money up there because they have so much money they can't even give money to get attention. They have to try to humble women instead of giving money to get attention. You need to be more like Russell Hartley. He gives money, gives compliments. He's nice. He's got the bag. He's a multimillionaire. You need to learn from him. Go on his channel, David. Go take notes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Brittany. Loving the new office. Congratulations. Thank you, Brittany B. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to make him your mentor. Y'all type Russell Hartley in if y'all think he should be David's mentor, since he needs somebody to compare himself to instead of a woman. He said, go study Russell. See what he's doing that you ain't. And get to work. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He's going to laugh at this later. All right. Women will never find peace with males that resent being males. I know. In your next life, just ask to be a woman. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't like providing, if you want to be the prize, if you want to be the pretty one in the relationship, just, on your next life, just say, let me come back as a woman. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. And if you don't, you can still do other stuff. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yup. They could do it. Yes, they say you can tell men that have money because they're nice, they have manners, they're well taught. You know what I'm saying? They're gentlemen. Mean, angry, upset men who can't get women, they always have a problem, and they're probably broke. There's something in their way there. So we already know you broke, sir. Go read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and see what you can do. See if you can get that money up. All right. Uh-oh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Dang. What is this? Sorry, I'm looking at Instagram. Okay. Some of these people are silly. They're out there doing that Michael Jackson dance in the hurricane. Good in the house. Seek shelter. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Stay safe. Don't be out there trying to make no reels and no TikToks. Yoruba goddess in the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you're on a weight loss journey. Should you wait until you at least start going out for men? No, start now, ma'am. Let me tell you, if you wait and wait and wait, you're going to miss opportunities. Okay. If I had waited every time I was on a weight loss journey to do anything, I wouldn't have done nothing. Keep going. Do it at the same time. I had some opportunities when I was heavier that I could have passed by because I wasn't at my ideal weight, but I took them because I didn't care, because they were opportunities. I'm taking them. Okay. Do you think men wait till they get to their ideal weight to start trying to date women? Or their ideal bank account? Nope. They don't. Get your money, man. Uh-oh, somebody sent me some cash out. Thank you, girl. Which men don't leave their older wives? The men who are older than the older wives. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so she says, which men don't leave their older wives? Older men who are older than the older wives. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your butt. You said how much older? I don't know, ma'am. How much older do you think he need to be in order to stay? If you want him to stay, I don't know. What's your opinion on being a nurse? If it makes you happy and fulfills you within, then do it for you. But don't let Dusties take advantage of you because they think a nurse is a paycheck and is free shelter. Okay? That's the best thing I can tell you. Go higher. You need to find people that make more money than you. Don't date lower. Okay? Nurses need to date men with more money than they make every time. Okay? You're in there helping people, saving lives. You don't need to be dealing with dust after work. Okay? You need to be relaxing, doing the most, getting spa treatments with your rich man's money. Because if you're a nurse, you should do it because that's what you want to do, what you're passionate about. And you need to find a man that has way more than you to support you versus a dusty looking for you to support them. Okay? Stay away from dust if you're a nurse. That's my best thing. As soon as a dusty sees scrubs, he get excited. Oh, she a nurse. She make good money. She gonna take care of me. It's in her nature. Not today. Not anymore. It is a new day. Nurses, you need to go for women, men who make more money. All right? No more dust. No more dust. Focus on yourself as a nurse until you can level up to get the type of man that can provide for you. Don't let them scrubs let you forget how you look in real clothes either. Because I see some nurses, they be in them scrubs. Get them fitted scrubs, man. Stay in them fitted scrubs so you can be 100% aware of what you look like. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said thank you, congrats. Oh, thank you, girl. So stay focused. No dust if you're a nurse, literally. If you make good money as a nurse, invest it back into yourself. Don't go out looking for no man. A man's supposed to be out looking for you with money. Okay. So all your money goes into yourself, into whatever else you're doing for yourself. Then people will want to add to you. Okay. Level up your best. Look good in them scrubs. Prance around, look cute, girl. What you gotta do? Go where you're appreciated, ma'am. Never see a problem as a problem. Only see it as something that you need to figure out a solution to, which is go where you're celebrated. So you're an RN, and once men find out what I want to do, nothing for me. Okay, well, you need to date men who have more money than you, like a lot more money. A lot, not just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, stay out of your emotions when dealing with these guys. It's like, especially if you're young. Ladies, young ladies, I'm going to tell you one thing that's going to help you forever. Think with your head, not with your heart, when it comes to men. Always. Because they're not thinking with their heart when it comes to you. They're never thinking with their heart when it comes to you. They're thinking about how they look, how you make them look, what they can get from you. They're not thinking with their hearts because they're more logical anyway. So when you're dealing with men, always think with your mind. That's the only way you're going to get what you need to get. When you think with your heart, they expect that. And that's what they use to manipulate you. Okay? They expect you to be emotional. They expect you to choose the decision a heart would make. They count on it. They bet on it. They thrive on it. Don't do it. Flip the script and say, you know what? I'm just going to do this. And if you want me, you know what the standards are. Okay? That's it. You can't reach the standards, get out the way. Business. That's when men start getting in their feelings because you know what? They feel like, oh, well, she's cold. She doesn't have a heart. You know what? What they're really saying, she can't be manipulated. She's not falling for my game. That's all they're saying. Because if they had true intentions from the start, they wouldn't need to do all that. They would just do what was expected and they would reach some standards with zero problems. So, figure it out, ladies. He said, should you act emotional when they get bored when you are cold? Only if it's beneficial to you, ma'am. And there's different types of emotions. You don't have to be like all extra. You can just say, oh, you could just, sometimes emotion is just a statement. I was thinking of you earlier today. It's a total lie, but it seems emotional. It seems like you think about them and they're not around. It seems like an emotional attachment, but it is literally just a straight up lie to get their attention. So, do what you want to do, man. Acting emotional is fine. Just don't be emotional. There's a difference. Thank you, Kira. You said keep it to a minimum. Yeah, you can act emotional versus be emotional. There's two different things. Act is an act. You said more examples of fake emotions. Okay. Reminisce on memories that you had together. So nostalgia is fake form of emotion. Okay. Do you remember when we did A, B, C, and D? That was so fun. I miss those times. Oh. Fake emotion. You're not getting into any new emotions. You're just remembering the past and letting them know that you're thinking about the good times. It's fake emotions. You don't really have to give anything. You don't even have to change how you feel at all. Okay. Another trick to fake emotions is, like, oh my gosh, I smelled this cologne today that smelled just like yours, and I wanted to call you. Oh, no, you didn't. You just wanted him to let him know that you're not so cold and emotionally unattached. You got to keep them fooled. Uh-oh, thank you again. She keeps sending me some cash app. I appreciate that, girl. Sprinkle. You wasn't sprung till he told me he was rich. Well, thank you, girl, for the cash app. You need to be sprung when he tells you you're rich from him giving you money. That's the only time you get sprung. Is when you can get rich on him. Because it don't matter if he's rich. Is he gonna make you rich? Can't get sprung on the fact that he's rich if he can't make you rich. Now, if he can make you rich, if he can give you money, if he can do this and that, and if he does do it, then that's when you get sprung. Dang, he keep giving me money left and right. I'm getting rich just by knowing him. You can get sprung off that. Don't get sprung off what he is, because that's what he is. That's not what you are. And when you can become what he is because of him, then great. Or better, then great. Other than that, don't get sprung on that. Because do you know how many rich people there are in this world? You gonna get sprung off all of them once you find out they rich? No. Get sprung on what they can do for you. That's how you get sprung. When they can do for you and when you can benefit from them in every way. Then you can get sprung, okay, ma'am? And when they like doing it and like you 10 times more. When they like benefiting you. Okay. Miss LaPeacha said that's what he's banking on. I gotta go in a few minutes, y'all. You said you are delusional. Most rich people are delusional. That's how they reach their goals in life. For when everyone says you can't do that, that's not possible. And then they go and do it and show everyone that it's possible. Rich people have to stay delusional in order to reach their goals. One sexy BBW. Thank you, Sprinkle. Sprinkle. What job titles do you tell them when you're freestyling? None. Something very vague that they don't want to ask too much about. Something boring and vague that doesn't make a lot of money. That way they don't care enough to ask about it because they don't know what it is. Find something like that. Like, I'm a something analyst specialist. Sounds really boring and no one wants to answer or ask more about it. It just sounds like a bunch of desk work, right? Say something like that. Or, depends on how old you are too. If you're younger, you can get away with saying you're a receptionist or, something like that. Thank you, Alyssa. You say was tricked into thinking you would be married, but that dissolved after the baby. So upset about having to leave to be married. Okay, well, honestly, if it's okay. You learned your lesson. Don't beat yourself up over it. At least you can go easily now find another man that's better with more money and date them. You don't have to bring them around your children, but you can at least have a life. Sprinkle. You can at least have a future. Okay. Uh-oh, Beetle Tuba, Sprinkle. You are getting better, but you keep going back to showing and getting into your emotions. Tips to keep the emotions locked down permanently. Have a goal and have something that's already next. So, for example, if you have emotions for whatever it is you're doing, you need to be focused on something else to where those emotions are getting in your way from whatever it is that you're trying to get to. And you can't experience them if you want to get to that next level. So you literally just not care anymore. It's like, okay, well, I don't really care about that anymore. That's great for you, but I got to go do this. You're quickly dismissive. You're not able to concentrate long enough on whatever that thing is that's making you emotional in order to even give any attention to it at all. You're not paying enough attention to it. You're too busy thinking about what you're trying to do. So you need to get busy and find something to do, and that will keep your emotions low. Like, you gotta have stuff to do. Like, so for example, if you were trying to get somewhere before it closed, this is just an example. If you're trying to get to somewhere before it closed and somebody was in your way trying to make you feel some sort of way, you're going to be like, move out the way. I got to get here before it closed. Like that. Okay. You don't care what they're saying. You got to go. You got to get to it. Thank you, Chloe. Hey, beautiful. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. So you got a goal. Nothing they're saying is going to be heard. Nothing they're talking about is going to affect you because you have somewhere to be. You got something to do and you got money to make, right? That's what you got to keep in your mind, even if it's another one. You're a med student in your country. It's hard because Black men have misconception about Black girls. Men just want to sleep with them, nothing serious help. Okay, well then go somewhere else to a different group of men who appreciate you more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, date a different type of man that appreciates you for you. Go where you're appreciated. Don't deal with people that don't appreciate you for who you are, and deal with men who do. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you know this is the best you can do as far as choosing a man? When you don't have any more options. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You ever notice, like, when you get in a relationship with somebody, or if you're in a relationship with somebody, all these options keep appearing out of nowhere that are better or just as good? When they stop appearing and ain't nowhere and nobody better coming up to you that aren't, who are just as good, that's how you know you got to get back on your level up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When the options run out, man. That's how you know. You can be with somebody and continue to get better options daily. You don't have to take them, but as long as you can get them, as long as you know you can get them, that's all that matters. So you think, look, if you settle down and you still have options, remember, you can always get back up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What you got to do, man? Okay, let's see. Why did he tell me how much money he has with intention? Because that's what impresses women, money. I don't know how old you are, but the girl who keeps cash apping me, a man thinks young women are impressed by money, not spending. Older women are impressed by spending. Younger women are impressed by money that the man has, but they're not spending. See the difference? So I don't know how old you are, but if this man says he has money and hasn't spent any on you or haven't given you anything, it's like he don't have money to an older woman. To a woman my age, he could talk about how much money he got till he blew in the face. If I don't see none in my hand, then it don't exist. Okay? So learn the difference between somebody saying they got money and somebody that's showing you in your hand that they have money to spend on you. Because he could show everybody that he got money, but who he's spending on. Okay? Don't be impressed because he got it, and be impressed when you got it from him. You can't impress anybody until you do something. Y'all be impressed by somebody who's going to be rich, whether they know you or not. How about when they're generous to you and give you money to get to where you want to be? That's impressive. I'd rather, you can say, oh, I'm dating this man and he's super rich and I really like him. Okay, well, how much money has he spent on you? How many bills has he paid? What has he done for you? Not took you to dinner. That's it? To some lousy restaurants here and there? He ain't done nothing for you? Ain't give nothing extra? Okay. Well, how was the food? Was it good? Did you save his number under free food? Because that's all that is, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all that is. Free food. with a nice car or a nice house. That's it, man. Have fun. Oh, somebody sent me another cash app. Hold up. Where is my wig from? Girl, I don't know. This wig is old and I just cut bangs on it. It was a middle part wig. And it wasn't that expensive. It was just a middle part wig and I cut it. And I curled it with a little curling iron. So you can go in your closet, revamp your old wigs that you don't really wear anymore. If y'all had noticed, sometimes my bangs were like uneven because I cut them myself. I had to even them out, but I did it to a couple of wigs. This one came out the best. All right. I just revamped some of them old wigs I had. Thank you. I appreciate it. When did I get an office? Thank you, girl. A couple of weeks ago. Or a week ago. I don't know. A week ago? It seems like it's been 2 weeks, but I'm not sure. Time, I don't keep up with the time, barely. Sprinkle. Your provider who's interested and watches my live streams told me to text him while shopping today. How do I ask him to pay for my clothes? Text him how much the clothes cost and say, thank you so much. Okay, well, here's the total of my shopping today. You're so sweet and kind to offer for me to call you while I'm shopping. Assume that he wanted to pay. Assume, get the wrong idea on purpose that he wanted to pay. It's like, oh my gosh, this is how much everything is. Thank you so much for telling me to call you while I'm shopping. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. Sweet of you. I really appreciate this. Then send your Cash App or your Venmo or whatnot along with it, or the cart if it's online. Okay? Automatically assume they're providers. Man. That's how you do it. All right, y'all. That's my cue. I got to go. I got an appointment. I gotta get to. But I will see y'all very soon. Y'all click the like button. Thank y'all for everyone who are new and have subscribed. I know a lot of y'all coming from TikTok, Instagram, and stuff like that. But I really appreciate y'all. Oh, I'm gonna answer this last question that paid, and I really gotta go. You started seeing the guy, he paid your rent and asked you to be his sugar baby and promised Cartier. Since receipt disappeared, not answering. Should I move on and delete his contact? Girl, they're playing games, sprinkle. Of course they're playing games. Paid your rent. How much is your rent, ma'am? All right. He sounds like he's playing games and didn't have enough to really be the man you needed him to be. He sounded like he got a payday loan and tried to act like he was something. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later. All right. Or maybe he found another one that he liked more. You never know. I mean, I don't know what type of guy this is, but if they don't like you 10 times more and are not a man of their word, you're wasting time with them. Okay. All right. I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.